The sun climbs higher. The ground begins to shimmer in the heat. Shadows shrink beneath scattered acacia trees. In the dry season, water becomes the only currency that matters. Every herd, every predator, every life is pulled toward it. A shrinking waterhole turns the savanna into a meeting point and a trap. Zebras arrive first, moving in a tight, cautious line. They stop at the edge, and none lowers its head to drink right away. Ears pivot, searching for the smallest warning. Nostrils flare, tasting the wind for danger. One step forward can turn into panic. Behind them, wildebeest gather, restless and impatient. Farther out, antelope linger at the margins, ready to explode into flight. Even the birds wait, watching for opportunity in the heat. Because where life gathers, death is never far, far away. From the brush, a rough, laughing call carries through the dust. Hyenas are coming, drawn by thirst and by weakness. They do not need to be the fastest hunters. They only need to arrive when others are exhausted. Numbers are their weapon. Patience is their strategy. On a low rise, a lioness lies almost perfectly still. Her gaze follows the herds, but her attention is wider than that. She reads distances, reads the wind, reads hesitation at the water's edge. And she watches the hyenas, counting how many are closing in. In this season, a kill is never truly yours, not until you can keep it. Far from the water, another mother moves through the grass. A leopard, silent as a shadow, searching for a quick meal. Somewhere nearby, her cubs are hidden. And time is running out. And across the open plain, a pack of wild dogs runs in formation. They hunt for their pups, and they cannot afford a mistake. Because in a world this dry, survival is not just strength. It is choice. and the cost of every choice. The rains once laid a green blanket across the savanna. But when the rain arrives late and then vanishes, the land begins to contract. Grass dries and stiffens, brittle as paper. Herds must travel farther for every mouthful. And every step is energy that may never be recovered. In this heat, every path leads to water, not because it is safe, but because there is no alternative. Water concentrates life, and it concentrates every predator waiting for an opening. In recent years, in many savanna regions, heat waves have lasted longer. Dry seasons can arrive earlier and end later. As climate patterns shift and wild spaces are increasingly broken up by roads and people, pressure rises. Animals are pushed into smaller areas. Competition becomes sharper. And mistakes become more expensive. In this landscape, 3 families are entering the same test. Three mothers. Three ways of surviving. One dry season that shows no mercy. Beneath the thin shade of an acacia, a pride of lions rests. At its center is an experienced lioness, the one the others look to. She does more than hunt. She holds order. She decides when to advance and when to pull back. In the dry season, experience can matter as much as strength. And the pride's attention keeps returning to her. But the pride is changing. Youngsters have grown up in easier times. They are strong. They are hungry, and sometimes they are impatient. In a family, hunger can reveal what was hidden. Who keeps watch? Who waits? Who thinks only of their share? Not far away, another shape moves alone, a leopard. No pride, no support. Only silence and speed. She survives by appearing and then disappearing again. But now she is not hunting only for herself. In a dense patch of grass, leopard cubs lie pressed low to the ground. They are small, their fur still soft, their reactions still clumsy. They listen to every shift in the wind. They wait for their mother's return, for the scent of meat, for a sign that all is safe. To find a meal, the mother must leave this shelter behind. But each time she goes, she leaves her most precious risk in the open. And she knows the savanna makes no promises to keep secrets. Out on more open ground, fast breathing and pounding feet cut through the heat. A pack of African wild dogs runs in formation, like an arrow. They win through cooperation. They hunt with strategy. They share with discipline. And they place the pack above any single stomach. But the wild dogs have a weakness. Their pups. In a sheltered stretch of grass, screened by low brush, the pups lie packed together. They stir at familiar footsteps. They wait for food. They wait for protection. And the pack is guarding a secret that can mean life or death. Because if hyenas catch the scent of this place, everything can unravel in minutes. The dry season tightens its grip. Water points shrink. And as the savanna contracts, these three families will be pulled closer together. Closer to prey. Closer to thieves. And closer to the edge of survival. With each passing day, the water line drops a little more, but the number of thirsty mouths keeps rising. Herbivores arrive in waves, one herd after another. They are not here only to drink. They are here to watch. Because the savanna holds an old rule. The easiest place to live can be the easiest place to die. Zebras step into the mud first. They drink quickly, then lift their heads at once. Wildebeest press in behind them, fighting for space. Farther out, antelope linger at the margins, eyes fixed on the brush. One wrong sound, and the whole herd will detonate into flight. and that thunder of hooves can be an invitation to predators. For lions, the dry season turns every hunt into mathematics. Small prey may be easier to catch, but it cannot feed a pride for long. They need a big win. One meal that can carry them through days. The lead lioness watches the herds from a distance. She reads the wind. She reads the rhythm of movement. She waits for the moment when one animal drifts away from the group. But she must read something else as well. Hyenas are increasing, day by day. They linger at the edges like laughing shadows. They are never in a hurry. They only need lions to become tired. One afternoon, the pride attempts a bigger move. The lioness slips low through the grass, belly close to the ground. The others follow, holding their breath, but the wind shifts in an instant. Heads snap up. The herd surges away like a dark wave. The hunt ends before it truly begins. The lioness stops and breathes hard. It is wasted energy, and energy cannot be replaced. Elsewhere, the leopard mother hunts in her own way. No noise, no chaos. Only steps placed with precision. She needs prey that is just enough, fast to take. Easy to drag away. Because she cannot afford a long fight. In the shady grass, the bear cubs stirred. They hear birds change their calls. They sense the wind carrying unfamiliar scents. The world around them is far larger than their small eyes can see. And their mother is running against that risk. On open ground, wild dogs show a different strategy. They do not wait in ambush for long. They force prey into making a mistake. One antelope panics and breaks away from the herd. The pack angles in, taking turns to accelerate. The chase ends as quickly as it begins. They do not feast slowly on the spot. They eat fast, then turn back toward the sheltered grass. because pups are waiting. They carry life in their mouths and in their stomachs. And when they return, they regurgitate food for the small mouths at the center. For a brief moment, the dry season seems to soften, as if the savanna still has room for families. But in hot air, the scent of meat does not vanish quickly. It travels on the wind. And somewhere at the margins, hyenas appear again. They do not need to see pups. They only need to know there is food. Because where there is meat, there is opportunity. The sun drops, but the heat remains trapped in the ground. The water level did not rise. It only shrinks further. And with it, the savanna's patience is running out. As the sun rose, a gap finally appeared. A herd moves toward the water, worn down by distance and heat. One animal lags slightly behind. A small gap forms in the group. The lead lioness sees it immediately. She waits for the wind to steady. And with a subtle signal, the pride moves with her. The hunt is fast. And then the prey goes down. For a moment, the savanna seems to hold its breath. This is the kind of victory the pride needs to keep going. A large meal, a chance to stretch survival across several days. But the dry season tests more than the ability to hunt. It tests the ability to hold what you have won. The sound carries. And almost immediately, familiar shapes appear at the edges. Hyenas. They do not rush in. They close the distance slowly, a ring of pressure, tightening by degrees. The lioness stands her ground. But the numbers keep growing. And the lions have already spent most of their strength on the hunt. In this season, exhaustion is the most dangerous signal an animal can give. Then the lioness falters, just slightly, not dramatic. Just a step that isn't as strong as it should be. A flash of pain that slows her for a single beat. And in the wild, a single beat can change the outcome. The lions pull back to avoid a larger risk. And the hyenas do what they do best. They seize the moment. They claim the advantage. When the tension finally eases, there is almost nothing left for the pride. The lioness stands in the heat, breathing hard. Not because she could not bring prey down, but because the dry season can turn a victory into a loss. And from this point on, everything becomes harder. Because now she must hunt again, and she must do it while carrying pain. After that turning point, the dry season offers the lions no time to recover. Losing a large meal means the gap must be filled with smaller hunts. But even small hunts are not cheap in heat like this. Every stalk, every burst of speed, burns away more energy. The lead lioness begins to move more slowly. She tries to hide her weakness by resting longer in the thin shade. But the hunger and the pride cannot be hidden. The younger lions grow restless. They stand, then lie down again. They pace a few steps, then circle back. Hunger makes patience fragile. At the edges of the territory, hyenas appear more often. They do not need to come close. They only need to be there. They are like a countdown, reminding the lions that conditions are worsening. One morning, the pride tests the herds moving across the plain. Not a full hunt, just a measure of distance, timing, and reaction. But cracks show quickly. The younger lions move too fast, too impatient. The prey detects them early, and the opportunity dissolves before it can form. The lioness stops and breathes hard. She is not only hunting now, she is holding the pride together. In the dry season, a hunting group without discipline starves faster. Elsewhere, the leopard mother enters her most dangerous stretch. Drought thins the grass. Shade becomes scarce. And hiding places are easier to read from a distance. The leopard returns to the patch of grass where her cubs are waiting. She does not rush in. She pauses. She tests the wind. She studies small details only a silent hunter would notice. A faint, unfamiliar scent, A sudden, unnatural quiet in the birds. A sense that something has passed through here. The cubs press low, eyes wide. They do not understand the full shape of danger. But they understand when their mother is tense. The leopard does not roar. She does not display. She chooses the safest option for an animal alone. She guides the cubs away from the old shelter, staying low in the cover, moving in short segments. Stopping, listening, then moving again. In the dry season, relocating cubs is never ideal. But sometimes, staying is the greater risk. She needs a place dense enough for them to vanish. Just a few days of quiet. Just enough time to secure another meal. On the other side of the savanna, the wild dog pack also feels the pressure rising. They succeed through teamwork. But pups force every hunt to have a return point. The pack cannot range too far. They cannot stay out too long. And they cannot leave the same trail again and again. They return to the sheltered grass where the pups wait. From a distance, a few adults stop and scan, not hesitation. A check for shadows following behind. In this heat, the scent of the pack lingers. And hyenas can read scent the way others read maps. Then one day, movement appears at the edge of the grassland. It does not need to be clear. A low shape, a flicker in the brush. The pack changes instantly. Adults spread out. A few run wide to draw attention away. Others hold position upwind. Everything is fast and controlled. Because the longer it drags on, the more danger grows. The wild dogs do not wait for the situation to collapse. They choose the harder option, the safer option. They move the pups away from the old spot. In short, quiet stages, keeping distance. Keeping cover, trying to make the new shelter feel invisible. At the water points, the savanna keeps contracting. Herds arrive in greater numbers. Different species are forced to drink side by side, and it creates a loop no one can escape. Prey comes to drink. Predators come to wait. Scavengers come to watch. Each day, the loop spins faster. In the harsh light, the lioness watches the herds again. She wants to try once more, but her body does not respond the way it used to. And she understands a cold reality. From here on, every hunt is a gamble. Not only against prey, but against her own ability to keep going. The leopard looks down at her cubs, pressed tight in their new cover. She must leave again to hunt. And leaving means the cubs are alone once more. She stands for a long moment, then steps away. Because the dry season does not accept motherhood as an exemption from hunger. And the wild dogs, even after moving their pups, understand the chase is not over. Once a pack has been noticed, the savanna does not forget quickly. In drought, secrecy has a short life. Morning arrives in a pale wash of gold. The air is still dry. The ground still cracked. The drought does not ease. It only changes shape, from midday heat to the exhaustion that builds across weeks. The lions lie beneath a low patch of shade. No one sleeps deeply. Hunger keeps them alert. The led lioness rises slowly. She looks back at the pride. Then out toward distant herds moving across the plain. If she does not try, the pride grows weaker. But if she tries at the wrong moment, the cost could be greater than a missed meal. She slips into the grass, low and careful. There is no explosive sprint now. Only the persistence of a body pushing through pain. The pride follows at a measured distance. Everything depends on a single mistake from the herd. But the prey is more vigilant now. They cluster tightly. They trade positions, eyes constantly scanning the brush. And the moment they sense something wrong, they shift as one body. No panic, just departure. The lioness stops. She does not chase. In drought, chasing without certainty is burning the last of your fuel. She turns back toward shade. That turn says more than any roar. Sometimes survival is knowing when to stop, but stopping also means staying hungry. Elsewhere, The leopard mother settles her cubs deep into thick cover. They are quieter now, more careful. The leopard watches for a long time before she leaves. She cannot stay. She cannot explain. The cubs need meat. And she is the only source. She moves like a shadow through scorched grass. She chooses routes with shade, places where the wind covers the sound of her steps. A small prey animal appears at the edge of cover. The leopard lowers, waits, then strikes fast. She drags the meal away, hides it in height or in dense cover, and returns at a controlled pace. When she returns, the cubs crawl forward, urgent and hungry. They feed, and for a few minutes, the savanna seems to soften. This is a quiet victory. No audience, except wind and dust. But for a solitary mother, it is everything. On open ground, the wild dog pack reaches its hardest decision. They have left the old shelter behind. But drought makes finding a new one dangerous. Protected grass is scarce. The pack's scent still trails behind them. And hyenas appear at distance, as if checking. The wild dogs gather their pups into a tight cluster. Adults form a moving ring, and they begin to travel in short bursts, with long pauses, with constant listening. There is no celebration, only focus. Because in drought, being found once can break everything. As the sun climbs, the pack disappears behind a line of grass. They do not know if the next place will be safe. They only know the last one is not. And sometimes, that is all the information the wild allows. 3 mothers move through the same season in 3 different ways. One is losing strength. One survives by vanishing. One depends on a pack to protect the young. But they share one truth. In drought, nothing is free. Every decision is paid for in energy, in risk, or in loss.